Hi everybody, it's Claudia from Create with Claudia, and I'm here today with clue number 3 of the Maggiore Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. So stick around and see how we assemble it. Alright everybody, we are getting ready to do clue number 3 of the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Piazza. I'm doing the Maggiore colorway, which is red, white, and blue. I was in the mood for red, white, and blues when I picked it. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, I am loving these mystery quilts. I love a good mystery anyway. You get everything you want in one packet each month pattern, and the patterns are so well written. You get the fabric, it's already cut. You really don't have to do that much except sew it together and follow the instructions. Like I said, the patterns are really well written. There are arrows showing pressing indications. It tells you how many pieces of each you should have in your bag, plus how many pieces you're going to need in total. I can't say enough good things about this program. Alright, here we are, clue number 3. Once again, I have my little booklet that has the colorways on the back, which is extremely helpful, so don't lose that. I have my clue. I'm doing the small version of the colorway Maggiore, and this is the Piazza quilt along, the puzzle mystery quilt, excuse me. This month it looks like we're doing 2 different sections, a 3A and a 3B, and they look interesting, especially that 3A. Sometimes I look at blocks, I'm thinking, that might be interesting for a different quilt, but we're sticking with this quilt today. So again, we're going to do two different sections, and we're going to start with 3A. So let me open up, let me put that up here. And see what goodies we got. So here are smaller A's, and let's see, those are the C's. And then we had some bigger triangles, those are pretty, and that's fabrics A and D. And then B, which is that's even bigger, those are the biggest, and then some squares. And now, yep, that's what we got, and that's what we have, so we are ready to start sewing. The first thing in section 3A we want to do, I'm going to pull this over so I can read it, is for 4 times we're going to join a small triangle C to the left of triangle A. So let me make sure. Okay, so here's my triangle A. And then we are joining. Here we go. Okay, small triangle C to this side and to that side. So it's going to look like that. So and you're going to do that 4 times. So because we have 4 of the triangle A's, and then we have to use the white triangles, or in my case, the white triangles. I don't know what color yours are. And just join 1 to each side. And the first thing we're doing is we're joining them on the left side. Let me just read this and make sure. Yep. And then after that, we're going to join it on the right side. So the first thing I'm going to do is line these up. They always fit so perfectly. 1/4 inch seam allowance down this side. You might want to pin. Again, these are new fabrics, so they're kind of slippery. I probably will not pin in this case. And then what I would do is flip it back. Well, I'll show you what I'll do. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew these 4 together. Alright, so here they are. Here it is. I press them out towards the C, like it says in the directions. So you're going to press out towards the C fabric. And there they are 4 times. And now I'm going to add this one to the right side. Same process, and press out towards the C. Alrighty, so here they are, like flying geese. Beautifully see, when they cut them like that, they come together so nicely. So we have 4 of these, and I don't think I need these right now. I'm just going to set these aside. The next thing we're going to do is join a small triangle A to the top left and bottom right of square B. So let me pull those out. And we do this 2 times. So there are my 2 fun pinwheel square B's. And then, let's see. And here are my fabric A's. I'm going to do this on one so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to join one here, press to the outside, and then we're going to join the other 2. So again, using that, still maintaining that 1/4 inch seam allowance, and we're going to do sort of like a square and a square. So I'm going to do that with these 2. You're going to make 2 units that look like this. So I wanted to show you something with this. You'll notice when you're piecing this together, the pieces don't quite fit, like, you know how nicely the triangles match together and the pieces the way they're cut? This one looks a little bit different. So you're going to line it up and just center, and you might have a little bit, this is going to be really hard to see. I might have to take an up-close picture of it, maybe against my hand or something. You can see, whoops, this way. Luckily I have a monitor that helps me out. Just the teeniest, tiniest little point there, and there's going to be one on this side. But if you sew, keep that 1/4 inch seam allowance and sew it, you should be good. It's going to look nice like that. Alrighty, so here they are, and then we're just going to add the other 2 fabric A triangles on these other 2 opposite ends and press them out as well. All right, here they are. We are ready to go, and the next thing we're going to do is, remember those units we made a few minutes ago? We are going to add those. Let's see, 1 on each side. Ooh, see how that comes together? This is going to be fun. So you're going to add 1. You're going to do this 2 times, but you're going to add this unit to this side, this unit to this side, and you're going to press to the outside. And I'm just going to show you again. I do this every month. This one I would pin, number 1. And you guys know I'm notorious, especially if you watch these. You can see how they fit really nicely. They're nice and even, which is good because I like to make sure that's all even. Let's see, you can't really see with that thread there. This is harder to see because of the thread. Right here is that point where these triangles, when you sew these triangles on, it's the point behind there. That point, when you see that seam, sew right on it, or just the teeniest, like a stitch width that way towards the outside, and you'll get a nice sharp point. That's my tip. So again, I will pin these, and you're going to do this 2 times. You're just going to sew 1 on each side. Alrighty, so here are my 2 section 3A pieces. I'm loving that oval shape. I'm getting all kinds of ideas. It's so much fun doing these. I love quilting, but when you do all kinds of shapes and things, you get all kinds of ideas in your head for new blocks. And I like this a lot, just like this, but this probably isn't the end piece. Anyway, again, this is section 3A, and now we're going to start with section 3B. So the first thing you need to do for section 3B is join a small triangle C. So we're going to pull those back. It looks like we're going to use those. And then I need my square F. And the F, in my case, the Maggiore colorway, is this light blue with some sparkly, blingy, dark blue stars. It's pretty. And what we're going to do, sort of like we just did a minute ago, is we're going to add 2 on this side, press out, and then add 2 on this side and press out that way. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and just do all 4 on this for this time. But again, add these 2 first, press out, and once those are pressed, add these 2 on. Let me just show you. So it's going to end up looking like that. And before I start sewing, I almost forgot, you only do this 1 time. You're going to make 1 of these. Alrighty, so here is the square, the first square. Here we are, ready to go. The next thing we're going to add are triangles of fabric D, and in my case, this stunning red It's funny, I don't use a ton of red in my quilts, but when I do, I'm like, why don't I use more red? And I have a lot of red fabric, but that's what this one's going to look like. Isn't that pretty? The fireworks, it almost looks like tie-dye a little bit, this colorway. So anyway, again, you're going to add 2, the opposite sides, press to the outside, and then repeat on this side as well. All right, here we go. We're almost done. And then last but not least is you add fabric B, the real big triangles, to the outside. I can tell you right now, this is going to be a great block. This would be a fun, scrappy block. You guys know I'm a scrappy quilter if you watch it, but that's how it's going to be. Again, same thing, at opposite sides, press to the outsides, and then add those, press to the outsides. And then we are done with clue number 3. All right, folks, so here is my clue 3B. Isn't that a whopper of a block? I will say when you add on these outside triangles, definitely pin. I mean, I would pin with all of them in this case, but those big ones are a little bit, they're big and they'll slip around a lot. In fact, I need to check my points and everything on here, but this turned out really nicely. I'm in love with this. It's like the economy block, or square and a square and a square block. Just, it's lots of fun. And then here is 3A. We did 2 of these. Again, another really interesting block section this time. I don't know if they're going to be put together like that, but that'd be a pretty interesting block too. I'm thinking to myself. But there you go. There's my 3A and then my 3B. I would love to know what colorways you're doing. It's always fun to hear what everybody else chooses. I know there are a couple people following me that do Maggiore, and there are a bunch that use the other colorways as well. So stick around for next month when I do clue number 4. I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. I always love new subscribers, and I really do appreciate it. I try to put out weekly videos, all kinds of tips, quilts, cotton cuts, the puzzle mystery quilts, all kinds of things, and we have lots of fun over here. I also have a group called a Facebook YouTube series called Working Our Scraps Off, where every month we have a new project. So I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.